What's up, everybody? It's the Best Spot Kids Move, and we're gonna talk about this really quick, early in the morning. So Costco apparently removes all Xbox consoles from consoles and product from its U.S. stores after prices skyrocket to $600. Um, as you can see here, we're at Costco. I looked up Xbox. There's no Xbox consoles there. This is a problem. This I saw this report, I think more so yesterday, and because I don't know what it means. Because my thing is that typically retailers, if you're going to remove a product from your store and not sell anything of it, it's usually because either you can't afford to have it, or they're not selling, or you're not receiving the inventory to sell it to create shelf space for it to begin with. So I think this one saying skyrocket to $600, they think that's not the reason, because the Xbox, that $600 version of the Xbox isn't the only Xbox to exist. There's obviously, even with after the price increase, there's a 400, 450, 550, a 600, and now and also an $800, which is a rare Xbox. I don't even. So that's the thing, right? So, but the thing is, from what I've noticed, even just going to different retail stores, yeah, there's still an Xbox section, but there aren't Xbox consoles like available, and so and Xbox isn't shipping consoles at a high degree. So it's I don't know what's going on. So my thing is like, what is Microsoft's strategy? Are they just hiking their prices until there's no consoles, to sell, for no one to buy it, and that's it? Or are they pulling them from the stores? I mean, they're still heavily, obviously advertising the Xbox. Let's say if I wanted to buy one, I don't know if they have any. Who cares about learning more? Find a retailer. So I can't even buy this thing on Xbox.com right now. I can't even buy this thing on Oh, this is the only one I can buy right now. And while it's still 729. So but it looks like all these we have to find a retailer. Best Buy, see if they have any consoles. Um, I think what happens with this is a bad telltale sign. We heard about stuff like this, reports like this, from different countries and stuff, especially countries that they're not selling in, or are selling a lot in, and then you're like, whatever, it's no big deal. But the United States, North America, is Xbox territory, so this is a bit of a concern. Um, because again, you guys saw me complain about the lack of Xbox reviews, and when I say Xbox reviews, I mean there's games that are multi-platform that are launching on Xbox and PlayStation day and date, and publishers not making the Xbox version available for review. Of course, my dog does that in the middle of a video, but publishers not making the Xbox version available for review. I'm not a big fan of that. Being an Xbox content creator, I used to do reviews at a high clip. I can no longer do those things, like, or provide Xbox versions of reviews, since publishers won't put out. So whatever's going on with Xbox is really damaging, and I wish somebody from Xbox would come up and 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 say something, address something. You know what I mean? Because when you lose a major retailer, it's like, because you're losing space, relative space. You know what I mean? So now it's Costco. The next one's gonna be BJ's, or the next one's gonna be what's the other freaking Sam's Club. Then it's gonna might trickle to shit Target. Then it might trickle to Best Buy. And once you, and then Walmart, you lose Walmart. It didn't, GameStop and Amazon, you're pretty safe. Oh, they apparently sell these things at Verizon. Hold up. Remember the point I made, and it's actually relatively cheap at Verizon, bro. It's still $100. Hold up. Oh my God. Okay. No, they're out of stock, but they still got old prices at Verizon. But the thing is that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So yeah, apologize for the backing, but the issue is, the point I'm trying to make is, this is not a good thing. I can't damage control this, because, like, again, when a retailer says, "Hey, I'm not going to sell this relatively new item, a primary gaming platform, that's that's shaky. That's a bit shaky, and it kind of makes me question what is the true reasons for Microsoft increasing their prices. PlayStation increases their prices. It has increased their prices. They're still selling in retails. They're still available. But when you go to retail spaces like Microsoft consoles, the Xbox consoles is not rapidly available. So it's like, yo, be transparent. And again, this is where my beef comes in with Microsoft. Like I said, they've had an outstanding year with software releases with games supporting the console I'm currently playing on, supporting Game Pass. But they're moving in a way that I don't think is very healthy. And they have literally like leverage to kind of to take advantage and do something to have an imprint and impact, and they won't. And that's what makes it sucks being into this ecosystem, being into this like the thing is it's weird because it feels like the console doesn't have the respect of definitely doesn't have the respect of journalism or journalists, doesn't have the respect from publishers. Like I said, it's being Xbox game reviews are being impacted. You got Xbox dedicated sites that can't do game reviews because they're not making Xbox versions of games available under review, which I think personally, and this is going to sound crazy, I think that's grounds for a lawsuit because at the end of the day, if a product is available and if a review is essentially being used to sell a game, so as a recommendation, if there's no product review of that game, and again, I know, but that's the standard that they set for gaming. I understand, but if there's no product review for that, now the decision is like, all right, I don't know if this game is good. I know it's good on PlayStation. The Xbox version could be broken. There's no and they could be hiding. Maybe it's not going through proper certifications. Like I don't know what's going on with that, but it's a lot of weird stuff going on between Xbox lacking reviews, Costco now not selling it. Let's see it what the trickle down effect is. Is this going to be something where the next generation of Xbox you only purchase from Microsoft or Windows, like strictly through them, or like designated electronic stores such as like Best Buy or your regular retailers or Amazon? I don't know, man, because Xbox already doesn't sell like enough physical games, right? And when you go to a retail store and you go to the Xbox section, it's nothing. It's relegated to like a cell phone rack essentially, and there's digital cards of like the top 10 or 7 best selling games or most popular games, and the rest is Game Pass codes and gift cards and then controllers. It's not like I will always be against that, even though I don't buy physical games. Like when you go into a store, you want to be relevant. You want a product that's relevant. Oh look, you go to the PlayStation section or the gaming section, you expect to see PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and be able to buy the game. And I think this is I feel like due to a lack of humans working at Xbox and not being able to look into a store and retail says these guys, you can tell these guys don't get out enough to see like the landscape. Because I know if I was ahead of Xbox, and I went into retail stores and just to see how we are positioned, how we're sitting, no, ain't no way I could let that like fly. But that's the situation they're in. And as a gamer, again, I don't know what it means for an existing gamers. I mean, again, I'm primarily digital with my game purchases, and then obviously Game Pass. I have all Xbox consoles, bought those day one. So I mean, the price of stuff, it sucks, but it really has no impact on me. But on a landscape, I'm just curious to see what it all means, because obviously it got to lead to something. Shut up. It got to lead to something, though. We will find out soon, though. Thank you guys for watching. I apologize for the interruptions in this video, but that's what happens when you try to make videos on the fly and you have a ticking time bomb as a dog in the back. All right. Love you guys. As always, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Let me know your thoughts. What's going on with Xbox and their lack of availability, their crazy pricing, and the lack of game reviews? Is Xbox doomed? Will Xbox be around in another 3 to 4 months? Because apparently there's a next generation next year. I don't know. Peace.